If it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
You're a performer, Mike. Hey, how are you? Good morning. Piscopo in the morning. It's 8:39 right now. Mike, kind enough to join us.
Happy. What's wrong? You're so what do you want? What are you looking?
I will post this. See, this is I'm doing Festa Italiana. And let me just say where it is. Yeah, it says it's in Tampa. I don't know where it's going to be, but
I see your picture on the right.
I know, but they stuck me in the picture. But they do say, at least they say, headliner. See,
you're the headliner. Then
I'm next to.
Of course, you're the headliner.
But they always put the split
picture. Not the warm-up act. It's Joe Piscopo, for crying out loud.
But I never, the Italians, they go, yeah, you're gonna come and do this for me, Right, and then they put you with some other picture rather than this. This is
Who's
great.
The other guy? Is he your warm-up? Who's he? Is he your sidekick? I'll be your sidekick.
I have no idea.
We'll be the Martin and Lewis of 2018.
I have no idea. Oh God, you can't make it up.
So when is your show in Tampa?
I'm doing a movie. I told you, it's a small raise for a small film. And if I had more time, we would get there. But we're going to get there. It's called Joey Benefit. Did I tell you about that?
A little bit. Yeah.
Is that the funny thing? You got a charity. I got a tuxedo. I come early. I stay late. I said, it's Joey. It's about a Jersey, and we took my life. And Norman Steinberg, the great Norman Steinberg, one of the great writers of our time. He wrote My Favorite Year, Johnny Dangerously. He wrote, and this is my life. This is my life. You can't make it up.
It's like a real.
But I know you've experienced it.
No, it's funny. It's amazing to watch it. I mean, to hear the things that you go through and the trips you take, and
you're there,
the favors that people ask of you,
and you're there going, why am I here again?
I've read about this guy before. Was this Kings of Comedy? Was this that Jerry? I mean, really, it's
singing Happy Birthday to a dog. This was my favorite. And you and I are dog people. You're late great Rory.
Yes.
Oh, I love my Otis. And I sing to Otis, but we don't.
Yeah, but
we
not
don't
professionally.
We don't.
It's not like a gig.
It was the best. It was
That's a gig. That's a gig.
Joe, you'll do a little bit. Can I put this on? Can I Facebook this
and
live?
Joe gets that frozen smile. It's like, well, sure, yeah, I'll sing to the dog.
He wants to say no, but he doesn't.
But he doesn't. Who does?
Do the Sinatra thing.
He feels like he's crazy. It's like,
I can't say no, and then when they go, can we post it? And then when you say, please don't post it, they go, well, why not? They have
thought of you this week. I watched an HBO documentary, which is a brilliant documentary on Gary Shandling. Have you heard about this documentary, The Zen Diaries of Gary Shandling? And his buddy Judd Apatow put it together. It's 4 hours. It's 2-hour.
It's 4 hours.
I thought of you, though, because I thought this is sort of and I don't want to say you're tortured, because you're not tortured. You're not that kind of person. You're very optimistic, but there is a lot of angst.
You get in situations.
You get in situations. You guys are performers at a different level than those of us who just go in and talk on a microphone every day.
You're most kind.
No, it's true, and you guys have such fortitude. And Gary went through all these problems in his life where he was challenged by what he was asked to do, and he walked away from the Tonight Show. People don't realize that he was the permanent guest host. He and Leno were the permanent. I think it was Leno were the permanent guest host for Carson.
Yeah.
And then Gary decided, I'm doing other stuff. I'm doing the other show. But all he ever wanted to do was guest host the Tonight Show. And then when he got it, he walked away.
Yeah,
he walked away from other gigs. He walked away from and it was this wonder. It's this exploration of the mind of a comic and all the
brilliant
stuff that
comic.
you guys. And he was brilliant. I mean, he was like the godfather for many of these up and comers. And you are too. I mean, in the entertainment industry. I mean, there's with singing and performing and Saturday Night Live. I mean, you're one of those iconic figures that young people look to, and it's not that glamorous walk in the park that people think it is. It's grunt work.
It's grunt work. It's not unlike radio. They go, your radio show. It's hard work. It's hard work.
It's hard work. The travel gets to me. I mean, it wears me down. I wish I could figure out how to do this job without going to. I mean, I love to see people in markets.
We love listening to you from those places. It's great, man. It's great.
Well, I love going, but it's a beating. It's a process.
Mike, what's going on with Laura Ingraham? What happened with that whole advertising thing? Could you break it down for us?
Fox News is standing by her. She's on vacation, which was said to be a pre-planned vacation with her kids.
And she said what that caused all this?
She poked fun at David Hogg in a tweet, which, by the way, confirms why I don't go near Twitter. I don't. I mean,
You don't.
You know, my
don't.
Twitter. Dennis Prager's on at 10 o'clock. That's my Twitter. I am so afraid of the toxicity of what can happen. First of all, I'm a radio guy, 3 hours on the radio. You can't capture how I feel about something in 140 characters. It's out of context. And 90% of the people who read Twitter aren't listening to my radio show. So they develop an impression of you from Twitter that is not even necessarily real. Anyway, she tweeted something out about David Hogg. He was admitting that he was not getting accepted into some colleges of his choice. Of course, he's the 17-year-old Parkland survivor. And
did he, just to verify, Mike, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes, he was at the school.
He was at the school when it happened. Because I heard he wasn't, that he graduated in 2015.
Big rumor. It was that's a conspiracy thing.
Alex Jones.
It's just those conspiracy guys. He wasn't even there. He was there. He made a video. And what happened was, the reason it got confusing was somebody at Red State, and I talked to her the other day, Sarah Rumpf. She wrote an article that said, boy, his stories don't seem to be adding up. He gave one interview that said he was in the closet, filming during the shooting. Then he gave another interview where he said, I grabbed my camera and went back to the school when I heard there was the aftermath. He was talking about after the shooting, but it was confusing. It was a CBS interview, and it seemed like he was saying he wasn't there. He was there. Right. Everybody confirmed he was there. Nonetheless, he gave an interview where he said he couldn't get into 4 top colleges, and Laura Ingraham tweeted, he can't get into these 4 top colleges, and he's whining about it. Well, that led to people saying she's making fun of a Parkland school shooting survivor. Here's this 50-year-old woman making fun of this kid, and he got mad. The kid got mad, and he initiated a boycott of her show. But
she said nothing about the shooting. Nothing about guns.
He couldn't get into school.
So,
he couldn't get into the top 4 schools that he wanted. And he said, and he's whining about it. So I guess the fact that she was making fun of him offended him. And of course, the default defense is, don't make fun of a kid who survived a school shooting. Now, it's been awkward for me because from day one I've said I don't want to say anything negative about these kids who have survived these shootings, whether I agree with them or not.
Yeah.
And there are kids on both sides. There's this Kyle Kashuv, who's
great.
very pro-Second Amendment, and he's smart.
Yeah.
But they're all smart. These are smart kids.
And you got to give them credit for at least making, whether it's George Soros funded or Michael Bloomberg funded, you got to give the kids credit for stepping up.
But they have a lot of adults who are helping them. There's no question about that. But I just don't know. I mean, listen, for me, I'm not going to get into anything what anybody else does, and I don't know that this is enough. I mean, supposedly there's some advertisers who pulled off. I think she's going to do just fine, and I think she apologized. And she apologized for it, and so it was an odd cycle because normally when there's an apology, it's like, okay, thanks for apologizing. In this case, it was an apology issued, and sorry, that's not good enough. Now you got to apologize for 9 other things, which is really rubbing a lot of people the wrong way.
Crazy time, man.
We're in weird times. We're in crazy times. Caravan going through Mexico. I mean, are you kidding? Are you kidding with this caravan?
Yeah,
and
but that's a concerted effort as well.
Of course it is, and it's no effort to stop it.
Yeah,
it's an effort to show up President Trump and show this country up, and so we'll be all over that as well.
Mike has stations around the world waiting to talk with the great Mike Gallagher.
The universe. 2 more days before I go on vacation. I won't see you guys.
You going to Texas?
Friday. I'm going a little farther.
Okay. What? Come on, real quick before you go.
Chamber of Secrets.
Come on, you're going on vacation.
I'm going out of the country.
Are you taking somebody, Mike?
No, from some friends. Stop with the. I'm fine. Huh? I'm single and I'm happy.
I know somebody.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you know.
Mike Gallagher, 10 o'clock, AM 970.
Love
the
you
answer.
Guys, have a good one.
Love you too, Mike. We're going to miss you, man. 8:47, Piscopo in the morning. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it very much. And he's going to go on. And I could keep Mike on for the whole show, But he's
he already does 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, what's another 4? What's another 4 hours like that?
Everybody knows this guy. Now, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.